George Foreman made $200 million off his grill, and Suzanne Summers made $300 million from the Thigh Master. These products were both sold through infomercials. Now, here's the crazy part. Infomercials are still driving $200 billion in sales each year, and watching them teaches you more than any marketing course ever could. Here's the good news. You can copy the infomercial formula, and I'm going to tell you how. Today's episode is going to be all about stealing the playbook of the infomercial, the famous TV infomercial, to sell your product. There is so much gold in infomercial marketing. If you guys ever scan through infomercials, you could watch those 30-minute long infomercial programs or just the 2-minute or 1-minute versions that come on that have a 1-800 number. You can buy this product only on TV, not available in stores. You guys know what I'm talking about. That is an infomercial, and for decades, these things have been absolute blockbuster marketing machines, selling $200 billion just last year. So I'm going to go over 5 really key strategies and tactics that you can pull from the infomercial. Number 1, you need to create demand before you sell. Create demand before you sell. Most people assume that infomercials are designed just to drive sales. They're not. The best infomercials don't even tell you how to buy the product for the first 15 minutes. So the key here is that first they make you want it, and then they let you have it. And they're doing a whole bunch of really key things, which I'm going to talk about during those first 15 minutes. And that's what's important to understand. You're not going in for the hard sell saying, hey, here's what I got, go ahead and buy it. You're teasing people. You're doing what's called demand creation before you do demand capture. Create demand before you sell. That's number 1. Number 2, highlight use cases. And this is super important. This is what you're doing during those first 15 minutes of an infomercial. If you guys check out Infomercial OG, Ron Popeil, he is the master of use cases in infomercials. Just watch him sell the 5-tray food dehydrator. He was a master at this. He would say things like, in my 5-tray food dehydrator, you can make homemade banana chips. You can make beef jerky, turkey jerky, fish jerky. You can make soup mix. You can do potpourri and so much more. He would go on and on and on. Ron would literally list all the things that you could make in your food dehydrator one at a time. And he would show you on the screen. You could watch him make them. And he sold millions of these things. A food dehydrator. Who would ever think to make potpourri? I mean, this was the 90s, so maybe that was big back then. I don't know. Soup mix, homemade beef jerky. These are not things that you necessarily would want, but if somebody is highlighting the use case, all of a sudden it pops up in your head and makes you want it. I know you guys are craving some homemade banana chips right now. You gotta be, right? You gotta be. That's what use cases are all about. That's number 2. Moving on to number 3, you've got to demonstrate at scale. And this is what a lot of sales organizations get wrong. So if you're selling a B2B product, if you're selling something that requires a demonstration, here's what the amateur will do. They'll send an email or they'll make a phone call and they'll say, hey, can we take the time to set up a demo? Can we take 20 minutes in your calendar? I'm going to demo my product for you. You know what I say when I get emails like that? Because I get emails and calls like that all the time. No freaking way. In fact, I don't say that. I just don't respond. You're going to get a non-response. I'm not interested in setting up a call and wasting my valuable 20 minutes to get a demonstration. It's just not what I'm going to do. So what do they do on the infomercials? They show the product to everyone at once because nobody wants to make an appointment to get the basics. The key here is to make your demo widely available, entertaining, and on demand. It should be available when I'm ready to watch it, where I want to watch it, how I want to watch it, and it should be fun to watch, and it should be easy to access. And the key here, they talk about when you're selling on the web, just do sales letters, video sales letters on your website, right? We've got them like at demandscope.co on our website for DemandScope. I have a 5-minute video sales letter. You can go there and I give you a demo. I talk about our business. I share testimonials. I share use cases. I share our process for onboarding. I share what the pricing is. I lay it all out there in a 5-minute video. And if you're interested, you can get in touch. That increases your conversion rate, increases your sell-through rate, and it stops wasting everyone's time. And guys, you're going to have less people ignoring you. Demonstrate at scale. These infomercials would buy out blocks of television airtime just so they could demonstrate at scale. That's all they're doing. They're doing demos at scale. Really key lesson out of infomercials. All right, the next one, I just alluded to it a second ago. You've got to use testimonials. Testimonials are so important. Showcase real people who have used the product. This is the ultimate form of marketing. Here's a fun fact. Before telling you how to buy a product, most infomercials run a 3-minute testimonial marathon. And you know, if they're doing that, I'm grabbing that Snuggie. I'm not turning that Snuggie down. What they'll do is they'll go from person to person to person to person, man in the studio, man on the street, man in their home, woman on the studio, woman in the street, woman in their home, and they're all telling you how this product changed their life, how amazing this product is, this food dehydrator, this Snuggie, this ShamWow, this new broom, this new vacuum, this cassette. You know, back in the day, there was like 18 cassettes, the mega memory system with 18 cassettes or 2 CDs. This is way before MP3s were around. So testimonials are so important because people trust other people's opinion, especially when those people remind them of themselves. All right, let's get on to the fifth, the granddaddy of all infomercial marketing tactics, urgency and FOMO. You gotta have urgency and you gotta have FOMO. It's corny and it works. Every infomercial includes a stack of limited time offers. Buy one, get 3. Pay in 4 installments. Only 6 left in stock. You get the idea. There's all these things. Bonuses, discounts. Of course, what they'll do is they don't actually give you a discount. They just stack on the value. So it's not like they say, you know, it's normally $500. You can get it for $300. Sometimes they do that. But a lot of the time what they'll do is they'll say it's $500, but we're giving you $6,000 worth of value and we're packing it in for $500. This stuff works. It works. It works like magic. You can also throw in a countdown clock. I don't know. It's kind of meaningless, but it seems to work. Seriously, you watch these infomercials and they'll have like, oh, time is ticking, only 2.5 minutes left. What happens if I call you guys in 7 minutes? You're still going to take my call and you're still going to sell me that product. Of course they are, but it creates urgency. There's no question. Those are 5 critical things that you need to do if you're going to steal the infomercial playbook. The key here, guys, the key, stop wasting time trying to capture demand that doesn't exist yet. Try creating that demand first, and customers will line up to buy whatever you are selling them. And if they don't line up to buy, it means they're not ready to buy yet. Continue creating demand. Continue creating your pipeline. Your pipeline will be filled. You will see it for yourself. You can get me at johndavids.com, of course, demandscope.co or influicity.com. Those are all the websites. Those are all the companies. Of course, follow me across social. I'm John Davids, and I'll talk to you guys next time.